What is your spiritual gift? What is your spiritual gift? Because everybody has been blessed with a spiritual gift. But do you know what your spiritual gift is? And what I'm going to do is use 5 points to help you to figure out what that gift is. Are you ready for this? This is powerful. So listen closely. Number 1, knowing yourself. Spending time with you. In order for you to be able to acquire the information about what your spiritual gift is you have to be comfortable with spending time by yourself. Spending time in meditation. Spending time in contemplation. Spending time with you. You must become comfortable spending time with yourself, because if not, you will not be able to receive the information that comes to you in that still small voice. In order for you to be able to know what your spiritual gifts are. Spending time with the source. Because when you learn how to spend time with the source, the creator, the person who is the creator of all things, when you start to understand what he's saying to you, when you start to hear his voice and learn how his voice sounds and what he's saying to you, then you will become a person who can get downloads from universal intelligence that are going to give you information that you can use to navigate through your life and take you to the place that you desire to go in. But you must do those 2 things first. Number 1, learn how to spend time by yourself. Number 2, learn to spend time with the Creator and listen. Take a piece of paper and a pencil and sit down and write down what you're getting when you are in your alone time. Number 3, ask the Creator during those alone times, what is your spiritual gift? If you don't ask, seek, and knock, the door will not be open to you. Pursue the Spirit of God. Pursue universal intelligence until it gives you the answers to your questions. Number 4, look at the spiritual gifts. You have to know what those spiritual gifts are. There are 9 spiritual gifts that are listed in the scriptures. Let me give you what they are. And they're broken down into 3 different categories. Category number 1 is the gifts that say something. The gifts that say something is the gift of tongues, the gift of interpretation of tongues, and the gift of prophecy. All right, but we're not going to deal with the gift of tongues or the gift of interpretation of tongues. But what we are going to deal with is the gift of prophecy. This gift allows you to speak into the lives of the people around you. You will get a download of information that should not be known by you. And then you will be able to prophesy this information into the lives of the people that are around you. When you're open to it, you will be able to speak into the lives. You will be able to speak facts into the lives of a person that you do not know. The gift of prophecy is one of those gifts. The next level of gifts is the power gifts. These are the gifts that do something. The gift of faith, the gift of the working of miracles, and the gift of healing. Let me say that again. The gift of faith, the gift of the working of miracles, and the gift of healing. These gifts are gifts that do something. Faith is an action word. You cannot say you have faith if you don't do something. Miracles are signs and wonders that can only be done when you operate in faith. And the gift of healing accompanies these gifts and helps to fulfill those power gifts and to help you to become powerful in your life. If you have these gifts, these spiritual gifts, now you may not even realize that you have it, but there may be something in your mind that says, you know what? I have the gift of faith. This is the supernatural ability for me to believe God or to believe the infinite intelligence to a point where no doubt in my mind. The gift of miracles, where you are able to speak, act, and do things that is miraculous. And the gift of healing, where you can lay hands on the sick, or you can speak a word over the sick and they become healed. The last category of gifts, the gifts that reveal something. These are the gifts of the word of wisdom, the gift of the word of knowledge, and the gift of discerning of spirit. Now, these three gifts, they are all co-mingled. They operate together. All right, so the gift of the word of wisdom facts in the mind of God concerning the past and the present. Gift of the word of wisdom, God facts in the mind of God concerning the present or the future. And the gift of discerning a spirit is when you are able to walk into a room and deeply feel whether or not that person is against you or for you. Whether you're able to feel whether or not that person is lying or telling you the truth. Because you can discern the spirit that is controlling that person. These are powerful gifts. There are some people who are operating more than one, but at least one. When you want to know your spiritual gifts, you must do these things. Number one, you must spend time alone. Number two, you must spend time with the source. Number three, you must ask the Creator what your gifts are. Number four, you must look at the gifts and know what the gifts are and see which one resonates with you. Any of these three categories of gifts that say something, gifts that do something, and the gifts that reveal something. And lastly, number five, you must desire the spiritual gift. You must say, I want this gift. Give me my gift. And if you give me that gift, I will operate in that gift. I will do what I need to do. If you give me the gift of faith, I will operate in faith and make powerful things happen. If you give me the gift of healing, I will speak and I will lay hands and I will do what is necessary to do to help people. I will operate in these gifts. So you must desire them. And let me run past these 5 things one more time. What is your spiritual gifts? These are the 5 ways you know. Number 1 is to spend time alone. Number 2, spend time with Source, with the universal intelligence, with God. Number 3 is to ask God what your gift is. Number 4, look at the gifts. Know what the spiritual gifts are, the categories of gifts, the 9 categories of gifts. Know what they are and what they do. And number 5, desire that gift and be willing to receive it. This is powerful stuff. And again, if you're not taught it, you will not be able to operate in it. And once you start to operate in your spiritual gift, then you become a window of heaven. You become a person that God can use to change the lives of others around you. It's powerful stuff. I hope you get it. I hope you got it. So if you want to operate in your gift, if you want to know what your gift is, follow these 5 things. And your life will never be the same. You get it? You got it? Good. Have a blessed day.